What's up, guys? Welcome back to part 2. We're here with our special guest, SullieFacts.
What's going on, guys?
Let's continue with the spicy story of yours.
All right, spicy story time. So I was dating this girl.
Hold on. How spicy is the story, bro? We're gonna have to like change up.
Do we need honey with this tea type of spice?
Let's just say, I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, but it's like you don't say Voldemort's name. That's what of her saying her name. So any reference to her is like I gotta keep it very minimal because she scares the life out of me.
So it could be anybody, basically. From your story, it could be anybody, right?
Nah, if you guys personally know me, you know who the heck this is.
You gotta have signed biscuit, okay?
Get the honey, not gonna like
Yes.
But I remember he shot me a text, right? And let's say it's 11 p.m. at night, but it was very late, and he said, "Bro, on the real, I think you should quit because honestly,
This is your close friend.
This is my close friend, and that girl at the time was my girlfriend. So he said, honestly, such and such is way better than you, and your content is horrible." So. When I read that, as a friend, I wouldn't take that as a joke. To me, it hit me personally, and I was like, what the, So then I remember I stopped talking to him for a few days, and then every close friend that I had around me, they're just like, you shouldn't, few would say, maybe this is just a lesson, maybe you should quit, maybe you should find a regular job, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, and I would believe them, because I wasn't allowed to get to my creative space. And every time I had a sketch, my friends who were supposed to be a part of it, they would always give me excuses or say, oh no, let's hang out, let's do shisha, let's go out, let's party, let's talk to chicks. And I'm just like, but when are we gonna do this? Wow. So that alone showed me, you gotta do this on your own. And when you do it on your own, then you'll attract the right people. In fact, I wouldn't even be sitting here with you guys because we wouldn't attract each other to meet. And one thing, the way it sounds is like, what? But the youth need to understand, when you attract it into the world, when you write down what you want, when you start focusing on the positive, you start getting things. But you're not gonna get $1 million in a day, but you're gonna work your way towards it. But if you hang around those people who really don't want to see you grow because deep down inside they're jealous, you're not gonna get far.
Absolutely.
So I think we were talking about this the other day in our community, in the Desi community, the brown community. We don't support each other.
Right.
Yeah. It's a very big topic.
But before we go there, right? Can we talk briefly about what he mentioned about somebody very close to you discouraging you or telling you that you can't do it, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times in our lives, when I have a stranger telling me I can't do it, it's okay. Right? For example, when we had our YouTube video up, random strangers telling us different things, right? Giving us good feedback and telling us negative feedback. But for us, understanding that it is our audience is important to us. But given that came from somebody really close, right? Somebody that we knew, instead of telling us how we can improve and just be like, you guys are the worst, or you guys will never succeed, or nobody will ever watch your videos, or you guys are not helping, just going straight negative, that hurts a lot. That hurts at the core.
Yeah, and
how is someone, an artist, uprising artist, career change, how do you go through that? That's almost it'll put me into depression. I've had that a few times, but again, I relied on my close friends to support me through it, right? But
the right people is a foundation. Like how I've been staring at that flipping biscuit you left in the tea for no reason. So
I'll be honest.
No, okay. Let me hold on. How are you gonna take that out now?
Hold on, but let this metaphor stick before I forget it. That biscuit in the tea is like a foundation of your friends. How strong can they make you, or will they leave you broken and floating like that?
How weak is your foundation?
Wow.
Poetry.
But can I tell you what happened with the biscuit now?
Yeah,
I saw you dip it, and then
I dipped
looked at him and you left it. I was like, cool.
I dipped it, and when I picked it up, it came apart because I left it for too long.
So you just threw the whole cookie.
So I'm like, forget it.
I got you. Take another biscuit and lift it up.
And lift it up.
Support.
Like a scoop it.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you something. These biscuits are not that strong to scoop it up.
Your support.
I think it's gonna
Use two.
survive.
Use your support. Basically, that's your support.
Listen,
now.
see that friend is already floating dead, all right? There's no need to support and bring him back to life. He's gone.
He
He's
didn't
dead.
care. He was just
Let
like,
it go.
Let it go.
It's still a whole biscuit, man. So
Nah, technically, if you go by that metaphor, that foundation, that friendship is broken. Take another biscuit and scoop it up. Basically, I'm saying you made new friends, new connections.
Now, can I
Uplift
say?
yourself.
Can I throw in something?
Of course.
Personally, when I finally cut off all these people, these close friends that I thought were my brothers, you need to give yourself time to be toxic on your own. I was toxic. Like,
I'm gonna zoom into that.
you just said it.
so you see how you just ate your toxicity?
That's right.
You gotta eat that shit, excuse my language, and then you become a better person out of it. So for when I cut them off, let's say this was 3 years ago, for a whole year straight I was very toxic. But purposely I cut off all the good people I knew that were besides me because I didn't want to interfere in their lives and destroy them. And so throughout that toxicity, what I did was I quit my job, and then every day I would eat. Like, I kid you not, breakfast, lunch, and dinner was a foot-long sandwich with 10-piece wings and fries.
Subway?
No, from the deli.
I'm getting hungry now.
No, but I shot up from 180 pounds to
Sorry, mate.
260. I was at my like lowest. I wouldn't work out, nothing. I would stay home, play video games. Like, you know that if you watch Austin Powers, the fat guy, with the nasty hair and like.
Oh yeah.
That was me. That was legitimately me until one day throughout the toxicity, I was like,
So wait, are you telling the ladies you have a lot of chest hair?
5 pieces. But you know, 5 manly long pieces. So, you know, and honestly, if you'd like to floss your teeth right after, you got it.
That image, man. That image.
Yeah, actually, I'm interested to know about your UK
My
trip.
hair? Okay.
Oh, I was saying, yeah.
So, given the time, that's when I one day woke up and I was like, you know what? Am I really serious about acting? I just quit a great job as a financial
How long
planner.
ago was that?
That was 3 years ago.
Okay.
And I was like, I quit a great job. Like, sure, I could have stayed the way I stayed, but I would have been making money comfortably, taking care of my parents. 3 more years. Like today, I would have been in the main office making more money. Have a nice, car and travel and do what I gotta do. I probably have a nice hot girlfriend or something. But then I realized, am I chasing happiness or am I just chasing money?
Yeah.
So one day I woke up and I decided, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna eat healthier. I'm gonna learn how to cook. See, like, once you reignite the fuel in your mind and rebrand yourself, you start picking up things that you never thought you would have. For example, I enjoy cooking now, even if it's shit. Like, you practice. Like, for example, a month ago, I started learning how to make plantains. The first batch I made was like charcoal black, but I still ate it because of my pride. But then now it's very like soft, warm, and it tastes sweet. So it's like through everything, even acting or whatever you want to pursue, you need to be honest with yourself and know that if you're willing to mess up, then you can succeed. And if you have to take, because our culture, think about it, in the black culture, right now they're doing amazing, right? Because they're supporting each other. But in the beginning, how hard was it?
You got to fail to succeed. Which
Right.
goes back to episode 1, right?
Yeah.
You got to fail.
And also, are we expecting a Sully Eats kind of cooking challenge soon? Maybe.
No. You don't want to eat what Sully eats.
I mean, it's for the ladies only.
We want to
Yeah.
try the plantains.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also I do want to write on something you mentioned last episode regarding your trip to UK and growing an audience and everything else over there. It was interesting. Zemian, and I were talking earlier, and then one of the questions he asked is, why UK, right?
Okay.
Why not here? Which is an important part. It's a very valid question. Is that
Right.
of course this travel, this commute? How come? And I know you mentioned you always mention how all the UK artists are really big and they have dominated the space, right?
Yeah.
Why is that? And
So-
I mean, you're in the space too, right? So you
And
know.
like, who else did you meet over there too? Like,
So the greatest example I can tell you is when you first start out in whatever field, especially in the entertainment field, you'll never be loved by your hometown. Perfect story is Idris Elba. He came to New York in his 20s.
He's originally from UK, no?
Yeah.
Is it-
But he came here and he was a doorman. Now I might get some of his story wrong, but he was a doorman. He put on an American accent and he would go to auditions, get a lot of no's, even though he had the figure and the build and everything. But throughout time, he then became actor, I think in his 30s, and he made it, right? But he didn't do it from his hometown. Because in his hometown, they're not going to show him that love that they will show him in a different foreign land. So when I started, of course, yeah, I did everything that I had to do here, but I kid you not, my DMs were always filled with negative comments from our own people. You'll never make it. You're an embarrassment. Why are you saying such and such joke? You're, talking crap about our culture. But I'm like, comedy isn't talking crap about our culture. It's just bringing it out in a comedic form.
Yeah.
So if we're out here saying, oh my God, Russell Peters is the funniest dude in the world because he's brown, but he's a different kind of brown. Why can't you support your own kind? What angst, jealousy, and envy do you have towards one another? And that's one thing they can never answer. Is it because you think I'm gonna get the money and the fame and the big house, so you don't believe in yourself that your job and profession can't do the same for you? There are surgeons out there that have 10 times more than a flippin' actor. But you just have to have that faith and belief within oneself. Just because, a brown person is choosing to go for acting, especially a Bengali brown person, if you support them, that can help. Let's say maybe your sibling wants to do the same thing. It goes in a circle. So why UK? When I first started, I had I didn't know anything about the UK. Mm-hmm. But they were the very first people that showed me love. The very first people that reposted my video. And then it just started growing from there. So everyone in New York that would DM me, quit. In turn, people in the UK would be like, oh my God, I want to see more.
Wow.
And the just shift went up. And even though now today in New York I'll have that ratio started to change, for example, there isn't that much negativity, but another reason is there isn't that much negativity anymore because I'm very open to who I am. I try not to hide much about me, any details about me, so one can use it against me. So, and when I went to the UK, I met people like Smash Bengali, Seemash, Akil, who else? Amani, Jesus, so many people. But many big names or people who are up and coming who are in the creative space like myself. But over there, their foundation is strong because they've been doing it longer than us. For us, it's as if we were cavemen and we just learned about what to do and what not to do. And I think the very first person I ever heard from the UK was Mumsy Stranger. And again, we would big him up. It's like, oh, Bengali dude rap, he's doing this. But then again, when somebody from New York does it, from our own hometown, or America, I guess you could say, we're just like, what are you doing? You're a disgrace. But it's like, are we really a disgrace or are you afraid? But why are you afraid? Yeah. What can I do that's going to steal away your shine? You can still shine. But again, a lot of them who don't support us aren't even in the same field as us. Because one thing I realized about actors in New York, we do work together. But there is those greedy ones, but we do work together. So,
but explain something to me, right?
Yeah.
Supporting somebody could be something as simple as liking a post, sharing it among. You find it funny, share it among your friends, right?
Telling them they
it's free.
Yeah,
it's free. So what's the problem?
But do you think sometimes, because you're going to the UK and obviously different background, different accent, people are more welcoming there. But it's not. Sometimes I feel like it's maybe a mindset that you're in your hometown and you're expecting the American audience to behave in this kind of way.
I have one question. Do you feel welcome here being from the UK?
Actually, I'm going to go on to that. Actually, I do. Because every time I speak to somebody, thank you, man, welcome. Welcome to America.
This is America.
So I feel with me even, if I'm in England, because I see the kind of same people, same accent, same thing every day. If I'm in the UK, I grew up with it, and it's like, oh god, they're so miserable, whatever. But I come here. I was in LA for 3 years as well, and I was like, wow, these people are so jolly. They're so nice. They're so kind.
In America?
In America, yeah.
In LA.
Exactly. This is in New York.
In New York.
Honestly, true. Wow. Every time I speak,
I think it's because it's from UK, man.
Exactly.
Accent.
This is it. So every time I speak to an American, any state. Yeah. So everybody likes something different. So my understanding is, it's a mindset. So you're expecting your hometown people to be negative towards you because maybe you're going in with a negative approach. Whereas I came to America and I honestly, like you guys just surprised. I'm saying I feel like the Americans, Californians definitely, even New Yorkers are really friendly, really nice people.
So may I interject with one thing? So one advantageous thing is yes, like a lot of the people in the UK mess with me heavy is because of my accent. So when we hear each other speak, we're like, what the hell is this accent?
The girls find it hot over there.
Yeah, except for one chick. She said, "Are you putting on a fake American accent?" Oh my god! I looked at her.
I'll get that too.
I had a steak in my hand. I was like, no, I'm just gonna like smack you with a steak. But
How many times do girls ask you, like, is it a real accent?
I do have that sometimes.
All the time, right?
Yeah.
But another
Remember
thing.
last time someone,
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was.
I remember, you're like, is this real? Is this real accent?
Are you faking it?
Are you faking it?
We're not trying to go to an American accent now.
One of the main things is because in your hometown, people are used to seeing you one way, so they're not used to seeing you develop your mind.
Yeah, but then you're talking about the people you know, right? I mean, I'm talking about like.
Of course, but it has to start with the people. You know, they're your backbone. They're your foundation. That's when you have to go soul searching. So it starts with your foundation. You know, and because think about it, your hometown is not gonna know about you because you don't have a foundation. And it's like, so when I started my trek alone and then started attracting the right people around me, the right groups, and to grow even more and finally find out how I can transition from social media to professional acting, it starts with you. But honestly, how is your hometown going to know about you if you don't do something about it? And it's like, and even then there will be like the greed, they don't want to help you. I met a lot of actors within New York who won't help you. Won't work
do you not think that's still you're going to get that in the British community as well?
No. So when I went to the UK, there's a few, very select few who did do that to me because of greed. But at that point, my advantage was, yes, my voice was different. They're not used to somebody like myself. And in the UK, you guys are more conserved. Over here, we guys are just open for no goddamn reason.
I'm going to disagree
There's a
because what it
huge
is,
difference.
I mean, I still go back to his mindset. Like, for example, what you're saying about the Americans, I kind of feel that a little bit about the British. Not that they're like that, but it's just because in my head, I've seen and heard the British every day of my life. I came to America, the land of hopes and dreams.
What hope?
I'm going to end up in Southside Jamaica.
So,
Okay, but you know, I came
Even in Southside Jamaica, there are hopes and
yeah, sorry man, yeah. But then I'm kind of, I've got that positive energy, and people can feel that when I speak to them.
You know
and so
why?
they're so nice back to me.
the reason why somebody told me in the UK is my brother West, right? He said to me, the reason why you feel everything's different in the UK, even though to me it's shit, right? The UK is shit, is because you came here expecting something else. So you attracted that. And that's always going to be true for whenever you go somewhere else. So even if I go to Australia or like China or something, I'm going to attract what I want to see. So that's going to come towards me. And
you can look at everything positively because you're in a different place, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, but besides that, I mean, I think on the creative content side of it, I think the UK is way much bigger. They're like 5 steps ahead of us. You know.
I don't know. I'm thinking we should do like a US versus UK type of.
The reason why is you have to understand.
You know, this is gonna be a challenge for everybody in the US. You know how UK is meeting the creative.
I mean,
side.
listen. There's a lot of upcoming creative content creators coming up. You know, they should look at the UK space. They all work together. You know, and they all support each other. Why can't we do that over here? You know,
Ask the audience.
I mean, that's
Ask
my
them.
no. I'm not asking. I'm asking you as well. But
I think you're completely wrong there.
no, we're talking about the creative content side. You're talking about regular people.
Even that. I mean, in any industry, you're telling me that the Americans are not supporting each other. But I honestly, I just
I think it's true.
So,
that's
Are you sitting on him?
Pretty much, man.
that's in every space. So in the UK, they're going through the same issue as you and like myself here. So they'll have people they don't get along with, but the only thing that they're doing better than us is they actually get things done. They actually have originality. Over here, what we're doing is copying, and this is not to take shots at anybody, but every South Asian creator that I've seen here, they copy the True Story ASA formula. They copy the Adam and Shake formula
Yeah.
from back when Adam and Shake were together. Let's do pranks. Let's do vlogs. Let's do jokes. Yada yada yada. But then it's like, if
I think it's those days are over. It's dead. That
done.
whole thing is dead.
Because what creativity you can have in that is gone, and especially when we all figured it out at some point or another, it's fake. It destroys all the juiciness. It destroys. It's like, oh, okay, so you paid off the cops or you paid off whoever. You got paid actors. Why am I watching this? It's not even fun anymore. Yeah. So that's where.
Well, let me ask you something, right? Mm-hmm. So, but is it wrong to do that? Because
I feel it is.
It is wrong because you're trying to be original. If you're gonna pay someone off and do something like that,
but how do
you're not using your creativity?
I know, but the thing is, like, for a lot of people, right? So when you start something, sometimes you need a guidance, right? When I start, let's say theoretically, let's say I was going to start doing something, like I can't be original from day one. Mm-hmm. Right, the way I do is I progress. I see what others doing. I try to copy that, right, and eventually I get to a point where I'm like, wait a second, I can also be original.
The part you're missing is that there's always a tweak, right? Like for example, we start a business tomorrow, right? Yeah. That's copying business A, right? Yeah. The only reason a smart entrepreneur or businessman is going to open a similar business to business A is to beat business A and make a tweak to it. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? Something different to it.
And they're not.
But the issue is what happened. I think his point is. I want you to tell me if you agree or not. Is like people saw this whole Adam and Shake story. Oh, they blew out of proportion. Oh, these guys did it. We can do it too. Copy the whole formula.
There's no little difference.
But what you need to do, no problem. Copy the whole formula. Make tweaks in it. Mm-hmm. People can do jokes, pranks, but there's like, someone can do it differently. Oh, there's a good message behind it or something like that.
Yeah,
so like one of my favorite person to watch from UK is Diary of Batman. I've been watching that guy.
And he was one of the main people that...
Yeah, every time he did a video, and this is original content, no one ever done something like this. He would make videos that if you watched it, you would be like, yo, okay, what's going on? But in the end of every video was a beautiful message. So I mean, it was like heart-touching kind of message. This dude used to do videos where he's like disrespecting his mom. His mom's crying, stuff like that. Like his mom, he's playing his mom as well. But it's just crazy, man. The message is the most important part.
And here's the thing. See, the tweak is the beautiful part.
Yeah.
And I'm to inspire the youth and motivate them somehow, some way, if none of this motivated you guys, is to say one thing. To be original and weird, people will question it. But guess what? It becomes a new trend. Blueface, for example. What? But it's like, now everybody's doing Bust Down Tatiana, whatever, right? I have a list of things.
Farouk's favorite song.
Yeah. So, but they're doing it, right? Because it's a different thing. Now, mind you, you can be a fad for the time being, or you can be a trend that motivates others to doing something big. Now, what I see nowadays, especially from the Desi culture or the South Asian culture, is they will take a joke within like our culture, right? And they'll just throw it in there. They won't expand on it. They won't build off of it. So, for example, let's say typical things our mom would say. They'll make a video saying typical things our mom would say. Why not just make a video where we figure it out, but you have the essence of what it is, and then we understand, like an SNL joke or a Mad TV joke or an In Living Color joke. That alone being said, because I've been doing my weird comedy and like these weird things, Hamza reached out to me maybe sometime last year. Mm-hmm. Blew my mind. I was like, what the? Like, he was one of the main guys who showed me, no matter at what age you start, because he started in the same age that I'm right now. And now he's at a place where he propelled himself from making his own video to now having a whole flipping company to
creating a book and everything.
Having a book, being partners with Google and YouTube. Wow. Like, that all happened from one video that just propelled
Yes, so I think it goes back to like, what you're saying, like, you can copy that whole formula, no problem. But I think every single creative person, put your own touch into it.
And what makes you stand out?
Yeah, what makes you? Because at the end of the day, there's no need to copy people. It doesn't make you creative.
Yeah.
The whole reason, if you're a creative person, is that you are doing something different.
Yeah.
And you're gonna stand out.
So Sully, tell me, what's your plan? Who do you want to work with? Maybe through this platform, maybe you can, what's your next?
Yeah, one person I want to definitely work with is Hamza. And one thing I'm gonna tell you, because this is I want to inspire the youth is I saw what he did, and I continued doing my own thing. And then sometime last year, he hit me up and said, "Hey, are you being managed by my manager?" Just randomly. I was like, "Nah, why do you think that?" And he was like, "Oh, I just thought that you were being managed by him, but yo, I seen your stuff. Keep doing what you're doing. Maybe one day we'll work together." And I hit him up saying, "You know what's funny? In my book I wrote a year ago, one day I'm gonna write a film, and you and I are gonna be working alongside each other." And he said, "You know what? Keep that in mind, and one day I think we will."
Wait, hold on. You're writing a book?
Right.
Did I say book or did I say movie?
He said movie.
Oh,
I think
He said he wrote it.
He has a
I wrote him
He has a diary. Man. He has a diary.
hey, it could be silly, but I don't know.
So
But okay, so tell me the top 3 people. Hamza is one.
Hamza's one.
So
Channing
tell me
Tatum is
3.
2.
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
Oh, you want that body, huh?
And
Mike.
Akshay Kumar.
Akshay Kumar.
At least say Salman Khan, man.
Because oh my gosh, because his name is Salman.
Salman Khan.
But
So
anyways, those 3 artists, shout out. Keep an eye out for Sully.
and
How can just tell us how they can subscribe, view, or
Oh, your channel, yeah. tell me.
right. So for now, I'm on Instagram as SullieFacts, and I want to give them one story, the
Yes,
prison
go ahead.
story.
Yes.
But right now I'm on IG as SullieFacts, SullieFacts. YouTube, I'm editing my first vlog, and my website is coming out very soon. But other than that, right now you can find me on Instagram. But the one story I want to leave you off with, because I need these youths to understand, it's a struggle to make it into the industry. If you want to make it into the industry, you got to be ready for anything. It's not all fun and games. Money doesn't come in like that. Look, all these people that you see on social media, just because they got the views doesn't mean they're getting the monetization or the money. So you need to understand one thing. I did a gig for this Telugu film, right? Amar Akbar Anthony, which is a remake of the old film from Amitabh Bachchan, I think from the 70s, right? Or the 80s. And when I did that film, I was on set for about 22 plus hours in the Staten Island,
just stop that. Man.
in the Staten Island prison. And for that whole scene, they made me run in that prison yard all day. Got sunburned. Jesus Christ, bro.
Can you stop, man?
Can we talk about sometimes it takes time for good things, you know? Patience.
Okay.
We're done with that. Yeah.
So they made me run. I got sunburnt. They made me wear size 8 sneakers. I'm a size 10 and a half. And my feet
Why
were
would they do that?
bleeding.
Oh my
That's the
God.
thing. They didn't care. They said just do it. And my feet was bleeding through the sneakers.
I saw that.
Hmm?
I saw it. You posted it up.
Did I? Oh, the scene. Yeah, yeah. But we started out with a good many people, right? For the scene, but within the first 6 hours, more than half of the people left because they said we're only going to pay you $5.
Oh my goodness.
And when I heard this, I realized this is the struggle behind when you first start out as an actor. You think it's fun and games. You see, just because you see somebody on the big theater or whatnot, if you're not the main actor, oh, they're going to treat you like shit. Mind you, as a Muslim, I said I told them I'm a Muslim. I can't eat certain things. Only got
Like the
pepperoni.
pork and
only got pepperoni pizza, bro.
Oh my goodness.
And they're like, just deal with
You
it.
just like pick off the.
Nah, I didn't eat.
So I wouldn't do that. I'm just saying that.
Oh, you're alive.
I don't know, man. He got caught. He just got caught.
He's like, I wouldn't do that.
I don't want you to do your job or whatever, man. So.
But you know what it is that even though
That's a struggle, man.
but you know, it's funny because that night when they dropped me off in Brooklyn, I was like, I live in Jamaica. You can drive literally right there because you're going that way anyways. It takes 15 minutes. They're like, nope, get out.
Wow.
It was like 3 in the morning. The train wasn't running, and I was like, what the? But you know, I didn't go there with my head low. I went there knowing that, you know what, this is gonna be a story to tell one day. If not today, maybe it is today. But it's a story to tell one day to inspire these kids to say that, listen, for you to make it. See, when that film came out, I was literally running right beside the main actor for a good 4 or 5 seconds, but at least I was there. That was my confirmation to saying, you know what, this is just the beginning, and it's going to continue growing
Can
from
you just
there.
say the name of the movie?
Fucking Amar Akbar Anthony, you assholes. But mind you, the thing is, at the end of the day, for you to want to make it, you got to be ready for the struggle. You see, our parents, the reason why they want us to do the safe job, but they don't understand is they struggle to build the foundation for us. We too have to struggle to build a better foundation, a stronger foundation. You really think you can make it without any struggle? you must be a prostitute. But you know, at the end
You
of
gotta
the day,
bleep that out.
I'm sorry, you must be a fornicator. That sells. But what it is that you cannot make it, you cannot be successful without a foundation. See, the safe job at the end of the day, to be a doctor, engineer, lawyer, that's a lot of studying. That's a struggle too.
Yeah.
So don't take that as an easy way out, because 8 years into the medical field or to be a lawyer, engineer, the reason why I didn't even do aviation, because of those little minute details with, you know, fixing a wire was scary for me. I didn't want one signature to hold the lives of thousands in the airplane. So are you ready for that struggle? Are you ready to take all those blows? I came home physically battered. I came home with sunburns. I came home with my feet destroyed and blood all over my sneakers.
Wow.
But I knew in the end it's going to pay off. And I knew that whatever obstacles are in my way, it's a lesson to be taught, a lesson to be learned for me to one day say, hey, now the people, the youth that want to do what I've been doing, it's a little bit easier for you guys. So don't, you know, take hardship the wrong way.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah.
it,
I think it's also important, right? The message is definitely no matter what career path you choose, end of the day there's struggles in every path.
Yeah.
of course.
You know, the only way that is guaranteed success in life is through passion and through hard work. What you have expressed is a prime example of working extremely hard and not being rewarded the proper amount, and you didn't really see in monetary value, but seeing yourself on the movie.
That's what brings happiness.
You know, that was basically, you know, a lot of times, you know, we look at the monetary value of that and you don't really see it right away, and it's hard. But I think for you, you know, when you saw yourself in the movie on the big screen, that was the reward for you, right? Working hard, you know, your foot bleeding and, you know, getting home super late. You know, I mean, it's tough work.
The
So I
incentive
think
should, when you pursue your passion, the incentive should never be money in the beginning. Money will come if
Exactly.
you just continue being creative and follow your passion.
Yeah.
You know? So,
So yeah, thanks Sully for coming on the show.
thank you guys for having me.
I know for a fact we have, you know, lots of more, you know, big things coming from you.
Yeah.
So we're excited. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys follow SullieFacts.
And I hope this opens up something for you guys so you
Definitely.
understand, you know, you have a
course.
platform now.
All right, guys, chai out. See you next
out.
week.
Take care.
Thank you very much.